Hello, inspired leader, thinker. The topic I want to share with you today is all about boundaries. And I'm thinking about boundaries a lot. I've got a podcast link that I'm offering below from one of my new favorite podcasts called Cronecast, which is hosted by one of my good friends, Lisa Austin, and her good friend, Trudy Callahan. And Lisa and I met in the executive coaching program at Royal Roads 13, almost 14 years ago. In this podcast interview with a psychologist, they explore the topic of boundaries. And I listened to the first episode yesterday and have been reflecting on the concept of boundaries. And usually we think about boundaries in a relational sense. And today I'm thinking a lot about boundaries in kind of a information consumption context. I am recognizing for me that I need to put some boundaries in place around what information I consume and what energy I expose myself to. As we're navigating this very tumultuous time, it's easy to get overly exposed, I would say, to energy of fear or worry, concern, the uncertainty. There's just a lot of that energy out there. And what I'm noticing for myself, I'm in this really interesting time of evolution and transformation personally and professionally and in my business. And I'm really excited about that. And when I overconsume the news or overly engage in some conversations that kind of have negative fear-based tones to them, my amygdala, my threat response brain gets activated. And so when we're in these conversations or consuming the news, our threat response brain, the amygdala brain, kind of wakes up. It's like, oh, detecting threat. My job is to keep you safe, Diane. I'll use my brain here. And so my brain starts feeding me thoughts like, you shouldn't spend this money on a rebrand. You should take some work on that might not be what you really want to be doing, but you need to make sure you have money coming in. So find the safety, find the secure work. My brain is overriding or trying to override a lot of the intuition that I've been cultivating, a lot of the positive um, aspirational, inspirational thoughts that had really been front of mind and very present for me for the last few months. So I'm really noticing this toggle in my brain, and I'm recognizing that my amygdala, my threat response brain, is being fed by the conversations I'm in and the news that I'm consuming. So honestly, I'm kind of sharing this to hold myself accountable to uh, cutting out the coffee in the morning with the news apps, letting go of that habit. And instead, I mean, I like my coffee in the morning. I like a slow, quiet start to the day. And I'm often up at like 5:30. So I've got time. But I don't want to fill my brain with those fear triggers anymore. I'm going to choose books that inspire me, journaling that accesses my own inner wisdom. And I'm going to do my best to stay connected to my inner knowing, my intuition. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Where do you need to practice some boundaries around information consumption? Maybe it's social media, maybe it's news, maybe it's conversations. And what boundaries would you like to put in place to really protect your thoughts and your own energy as we navigate what we know will be a tumultuous time. We don't need to read all the articles to understand that, or scroll our feeds to know that. I think this is our time. I think the bravest thing we can do right now is to cultivate our own selves, our own inner knowing, get to know ourselves on a really deep and intimate level of awareness and cultivate that. That's what the world needs us to bring forward. I'm curious how this lands for you, what you're taking away, what boundaries you're recognizing you want to put in place so that you can stay connected to you. Let me know. Send me an email. Curious how this resonates for you. And let me know what ideas or tips you have around managing your boundaries. All right. As always, take care of yourselves.